I promise you that this is the most bizarre XRP Ripple video in years. Documents pertaining to the XRP versus SEC litigation have been disclosed by Coinbase, the biggest cryptocurrency exchange globally. XRP is innocent according to the records. There is no question that this is the most bullish indication ever. According to cryptocurrency analysts, XRP's price might soar above $1,000 in a few days with Coinbase's assistance. Don't pass up this chance. Immediately, let's get started. Disclaimer. The ripple effects, pun intended, could rock the whole cryptocurrency market, and the fight between Ripple and the SEC may finally be coming to a finish. Now that there are rumors of a potential settlement that might put an end to one of the most significant court cases in cryptocurrency history, all eyes are on XRP Ripple coin. However, another significant figure has surfaced as a silent but effective ally behind the scenes. Coinbase. Resolution whispers are becoming louder. With a straightforward but evocative comment, Crypto Sensei alluded to it. There are rumors that the SEC may resolve the Ripple lawsuit. It might all end today, according to John Squire's tweet, which fueled the speculation. The SEC is convening behind closed doors. Does this mean that the XRP conflict is over? This might be a historic moment for investors, XRP holders, and the larger cryptocurrency community. Coinbase has made public internal SEC documents that provide a unique look into the government's uneven treatment of digital assets such as Ethereum and XRP. Coinbase revealed how New York State prosecutors begged the SEC to designate Ethereum as a security in order to bolster their own case against KuCoin, according to communications retrieved through a FOIA request. Notably, the SEC declined. This begs the obvious question. Why actively push Ripple while discreetly avoiding direct remarks regarding Ethereum's situation? These documents are revolutionary. They drag Ripple through years of litigation while highlighting a federal agency that is unclear of its own position. Coinbase shares internal SEC discussions about XRP, as Crypto Briefing tweeted. That demonstrates a degree of regulatory ambiguity that threatens the SEC's overall strategy, not only with regard to Ripple, but also with regard to the larger cryptocurrency sector. This is where the XRP narrative becomes even more interesting, though. Coinbase will be able to relist XRP if the SEC Ripple case is resolved and the coin is cleared or even partially vindicated. Just that action can cause a sharp increase in both price and demand. Since XRP isn't available on Coinbase, one of the biggest and most well-known exchanges in the US, many investors have been left out. When the gate reopens, momentum will follow, confidence will rise, and liquidity will return. Rumors that Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong secretly keeps millions of XRP are persistent. Although unverified, the conjecture makes sense considering Coinbase's early engagement with Ripple and Armstrong's access to confidential data. If verified, his stake in XRP's resurgence goes beyond mere speculation. It turns into a strategy. The FOIA disclosure Coinbase appears to be setting itself up to gain a great deal from XRP's reestablishment as a legitimate cryptocurrency, as evidenced by the drive for regulatory clarification and the possibility of relisting. In his tweet, Jack the Rippler encapsulated the sentiment: Ripple Settlement Party vs. SEC. There seems to be a need for a celebration, not only for Ripple, but also for the greater cryptocurrency community, which has been anticipating fairness and regulatory certainty. XRP has never been like the others. It isn't just another altcoin that is trying to make waves. This technology is intended to revolutionize international payments. XRP has long been hampered by its lack of industry relationships, global scalability, and actual utility. Legal handcuffs, not market fundamentals. We may be witnessing one of the most spectacular resurgences in cryptocurrency history if those are eventually eliminated and Coinbase once more supports XRP. One thing is evident as the case's closing chapters develop. Coinbase is changing the story, not merely publishing documents. And it just becomes more intriguing as that story may come to a close with XRP regaining its crown. There is a larger story going on behind the legal drama and shocking disclosures. one that has the potential to send XRP skyrocketing. We'll explore Ripple's strong international alliances in a moment, which the majority of people are utterly ignoring. These are the cornerstone of something enormous, not just headlines. XRP is preparing to take over, not merely making a comeback. Zoom out then. And the image is made quite clear. XRP is quietly getting ready for what might be one of the largest jumps in cryptocurrency history, while the majority of the market is chasing noise. If you zoom out, XRP is incredibly positive, as Steph tweeted. No one is listening. Perhaps they ought to be, though, because the stage is set for a potentially spectacular surge when you take into account XRP's past performance, current collaborations, and recent events, including Coinbase's behind-the-scenes participation. Remember what XRP has already accomplished. It shot up from pennies to $3.8 in little than 9 months back in 2017. That's an incredible 68,990% increase. What's the most absurd aspect? Even then, no one thought it was conceivable. People often question whether something is conceivable until it really occurs, as analyst Barry C. tells us. Does that sound familiar? That very skepticism has returned, particularly in light of the recent resurgence of talks of XRP hitting $100 or even $1,000. Despite the absurdity of the numbers, Barry C. isn't giving up. He contends that the same circumstances that drove the bull run in 2017 are starting to reappear. Greater utility, institutional attention, and a legal cloud that is at last beginning to clear. Even Audacious forecasts are making a comeback. The captain of XRP put it straight. Experts predict that when banks begin to use XRP, prices will skyrocket, reaching $500 to $1,000 per unit. Even if detractors laugh at those numbers, frequently pointing to market capitalization restrictions, they made the same claim in 2017. The fact is that XRP can be a transformative asset even if it doesn't reach $1,000 tomorrow. Anticipate XRP to reach $20, Amonix tweeted. Eventually, it will happen. Even that would be a tenfold increase over the current levels. However, $20 might only be the beginning if banks embrace XRP widely for international payments, if legal clarification is eventually obtained, and if significant exchanges like Coinbase fully support Ripple. According to Armando Pantoja, when XRP soars, you become a multimillionaire. While we're talking about partnerships, let's dig a little further because this is where the real fun begins. We already know that collaborations are essential to the development of any cryptocurrency, but what does Ripple have planned? It's a whole other level. These partnerships may serve as the catalyst for XRP's upcoming explosive growth. There is more to what you are going to hear than bullishness. It might fundamentally alter your perception of XRP's potential. XRP is about to undergo a significant change, and the best part is that most people are still unaware of it. Lord XRP has something to say to you if you're holding XRP. Soon, XRP will be a crucial component of our future financial system. We have direct or indirect connections to almost every bank in the globe. This is not merely a hazy forecast. After years of network development, Ripple is finally in a position to realize that objective. Through its relationships, Ripple is consolidating its position as the foundation of a new financial ecosystem from Southeast Asia to the European Union. And that's the exciting part. XRP is